Hi, everybody, and welcome back to yet another cracking edition of the Matt Brown Show. This is the Secrets of Fail series, where we are talking to highly successful CEOs all about their epic business blunders. And with us in the hot seat today is Mo Tamasebi. He is the founder and CEO of a cool brand and a cool business called StoneFly. Mo, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Nice to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you here, man. It's great to have you here. So, Mo, you know what's coming, so let's get on with the show, shall we? What is your elevator pitch for our audience around the world? What exactly are you guys up to over there?
Well, every day we chase the data, we grab it, we store it, we protect it, and make sure bad guys don't get to it.
That is
and
the
only
best.
good guys get to it, and
Yeah.
then they're safe and they're happy.
That's the best elevator pitch I've ever heard. Well, Mo, it's a very important problem we're touching about, like one of my other clients, Haiku, doing different things, similar sort of thing, but not the same. It's always very nuanced. And just how important it is. I mean, just last week,
Right.
I got these notifications from Google Workspace. Thank you so much for signing up with Google Workspace. And I'm like, what? I didn't sign up with Google Workspace. And I
Right.
look, and it's got my email address and my domain name. And basically, someone got into one of my email accounts and, is now basically signing up for Google services. Needless to say,
Right.
that is my version of the apocalypse, because now I have to spend time trying to figure out what the hell's actually going on, right?
Yeah, I think it's basically, the what's happening is this industry is growing very fast as far as I would say the bad guys industry in the sense, whatever you want to call them. So it's a big industry, and there's quite a bit financially rewarding, I guess, to them. So they're not going to go away. So the only thing we can do is actually, protect ourselves better and, just create as much as problems that they get to our data possible, so it's not financially, rewarding as much as it is today. So, and most of people don't understand that, or they don't care about that, or, once they get to that stage, then it's kind of too late. And I always tell the customers, this is an equal opportunity program. Everybody is equal. Everybody gets the same thing. You're a big company, medium company, small company, no matter who you are, you're going to be exposed, and so you might as well protect yourself and
Yeah.
but stay in business and stay healthy on your data. So
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Well, look, I'd love to talk to you more about that. I'm sure I can for a whole day at least, but we don't have time for that on the Secrets of Fail series. Mo,
Right.
what is your epic story of fail for our audience around the world today?
Well, the epic might be is that usually as entrepreneurs we usually get very excited about products, building products, and putting them in the market. So what I would usually, getting a little bit older, and experienced this a few times, is that if you're going to be early in the market, you have to be careful. So you might have the greatest and best products, but if you're early in the market, understand how you're going to market your product, because at the end of the day, you need to sell your products and make money to finance your deals. And so when you are early in the market, it's going to be tough. So just think about it, and create enough environment for yourself that you can stay in that game for a longer time until the market gets to you and matures enough to be able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, hence the term first loser advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how early were you guys?
Well, we were early on some of the storage industries. Like we worked on a product called iSCSI protocol, which became very big in the industry. So we were early on, and we put a lot of effort, and was early on because we were challenging the fiber channel market, and there was very big guys in the market, and it was very difficult to get in there, and those guys were not very nice to us and stuff like that, and wouldn't allow the product to really grow as much back then. And then we really had to put a lot of effort into it to get in there. So we learned quite a bit that if you're early in the market and you're challenging a big market, then you really need to pay attention of how you're going to do that, and how you're going to be able successful. Yeah.
It reminds me of the story of Richard Branson. I don't know if you've read the book Losing My Virginity.
Right.
And yeah, so he writes about, obviously when he founded, obviously, Virgin Music was a thing. And then he says like, well, let's get into the airline industry. And basically there
Right.
was this like big portion of the book dedicated to his fight against British Airways.
Right.
And the like underhanded tactics that they would do stuff that was just ethically correct, just wasn't the right thing to do.
Right.
And to a point, I was actually thinking about this the other day, weirdly, but he put on his planes like "No way, BA." You know what I mean?
The same thing, So
Yeah.
basically, yeah, I mean, it took many, many years until we overcome that. And by then, it's basically now it's the most popular protocol in the industries, and everybody uses it. But back then, when we worked on it and we put a lot of time and energy to it, we were early in the market in the sense for that kind of products. But, somebody got to do it, right?
Yeah. Even if it's not you, who's it going to be, right?
Right.
So, Mo, what did you learn from that whole experience? Like when you think about, being too early.
Strategy. Yeah, strategy. So, whatever you want to do, just sit down and think of your strategy. Because with the strategy, you actually create your roadmap, and, you're actually predicting stuff. And yes, you get excited. That's part of the job, being excited about the products, about the technology and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, you have to have a strategy against different things. So, which is coming in, and one of these this big competitor sitting there, and they don't want to, they own the market and they want to let it go. So they have monopoly basically on that thing, or as close to monopoly, and it's very difficult to get in there. So, but the strategy again. Mm-hmm.
So, Mo, if you could get into the Matt Brown Show time machine and, go back to yourself when all this shit was going down, what advice or what would you do differently and why?
What I would do is that, anytime I want to make a decision on anything in this sense, I would step back a little bit and think about it, and then come up with a strategy. So I don't want to approach anything without, thinking through it, because I will save myself a lot of time and energy. And so that's what I probably would learn is patient, step back, and come up with a strategy of how to approach it, and look at all the possibilities and combinations, and choose the simplest and easiest path to get where you want to go.
Yeah, absolutely. In strategy, I'm very strategic. So like I work with CEOs to, help them scale their influence and stuff. And like the first thing we do is start with strategy. And the reason why we do, well, to put a great strategy together, obviously there's many ways to cut a fruit, right? But you have to zoom all the way out, and you have to zoom all the way in. And I find like when you do those two things, that's the only time you actually find a perspective that's rich. And I do believe that, if you lost everything, like you lost a shirt off your back and you lost your business, whatever, if you're rich in perspective, you can always generate wealth. But if you're poor in perspective, you will always be poor.
That's exactly, that's I agree with you. I think you're right on the money. With all you're saying is that's the way I have learned also through my experiences.
Yeah, for sure. So Mo, what's your advice to other CEOs and entrepreneurs out there about the importance of failure or failing and becoming successful?
Don't give up. Don't give up, just stay on course. If you have a passion for it, stay on course. You will have a good time, enjoy your life. It's beautiful, and don't get, disappointed or all disappointed, all this stuff coming. It's just part of the process, and don't never give up. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't agree with you more. Mo, what books or tools or resources do you recommend to other CEOs?
Well, right now, I think I like videos mostly, because it's quick. I can jump to things, and I can, I'm a multitasking person. So for me, that's how it works, is that I can do multiple things together and at the same time educate myself. And part of my bigger uh, thing in life has been education. I continuously educate myself. I think it's the biggest thing that you can do for yourself, So, and that helps you out to, understand where you are, where you're going, what things needs to be done, or how other people have done things, So education, I would say, and I use mostly videos, and of course things like YouTube's and other things and podcasts and other things, whatever it generates the content I look at. Sure.
Yeah. As I say, don't let your education get in the way of your learning.
That's correct.
Well, Mo, thanks so much for coming on the show, brother, and congratulations to you on all your success. You built a sizable business, and that all wouldn't have been possible if you didn't, carry on persevering and never quitting. So that's all credit to you and the team, and wishing you guys all the very best for the future.
Thank you so much. It has been fun. Thank you.
Anytime, Mo. Everybody else, we'll see you again soon. Ciao for now.